Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. How you doing today, my friends? I've got a GMRS radio to review. It has been a while since I've had hands on a GMRS radio. I've got a Midland MTX 400 here that I use as like my base. And I used to have a 115 Midland that I was hooked up in the T100, but it got sold along with the truck at that time. And as far as the GMRS situation here in the mountains of North Carolina, it's non-existent, honestly. It's kind of sad. CB is the king out here, probably because of the terrain, mountainous and woods. GMRS just doesn't cut through the woods just quite as easily as CB does. That being said, GMRS is extremely popular in certain parts of the country. And for those folks, this is probably a radio worth looking into. 25 watts, so no small creature here. It could be used as a mobile or a base. It is a Abbree two-way radio. It's model AR-8118, 25 watts. And we're going to take a look at it today. Obviously, I won't be making any contacts with it, but we'll certainly hook it up and see what we can get out of it. Stupid compact. Look at the size of that little thing. I expected it to be a bit bigger than that. I knew it was a compact radio, but pretty small, honestly. All right, we'll put that on the table here and see what else the package comes with before going into it. It certainly is full featured. So it does come with a really nice mounting bracket. Wow, that's really nice, man. It even comes with an antenna for mobile install. One of the nice things about GMRS is the antenna size. Look at this. This is not unsightly and doesn't take up a ton of room. That is a great antenna for GMRS. Huge difference between CB band and GMRS band when it comes to that sort of stuff. And there's some other little mounting stuff in here, but that covers the big stuff anyway. Mostly just screws and whatnot. All right, so let's take a look at this mic because it's actually really nice. Ethernet LAN type cabling on this. It's a very solid, good size mic, fits my hand nicely. Push to talk, obviously. A and B function modes up here. And then a whole lot of buttons. It almost looks like it's backlit. I'm willing to bet that it is to get there. Another thing that's interesting about this is instead of it fitting into a slot, there's no port on the back to fit into a regular CB radio slot. It has the hook. So just something to be aware of there. You'll probably need to plan accordingly. It does come with this very large cable for your cigarette lighter that plugs into the back of this, and it does come with a USB to USB-C cable because this is a USB-C port on the back here, so you can do some programming through, I'm sure what's software. What is that software? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Chirp. I'm sure Chirp probably works with this. SL259 connector on the back. Looks like a small fan to help keep the thing cool because 25 watts is kind of a lot. And an external speaker outlet rounds it out. Now the case itself is hard anodized aluminum. It does have a bottom firing speaker along with some venting, or not venting, but ribs for cooling. And then the front here, we've got our channel, power on and off, and volume. And then menu driven. We have a lock, exit, mode, and V and M switch here, plus our plug there. The screen's, I don't know, maybe 1.5 inches across, I would say. Let's take a quick look at the user's manual, and then we'll go ahead and fire this thing up. So nice manual. Let's see, how many pages is it? 24 pages in all. It's just a basic GMRS radio. So I will say this about it, and I think I've talked about this with you in another video, and it comes up anytime I do a review like this with this type of radio specifically. Walkie-talkies, 2 meter, stuff like that. Would you rather have a radio that is simple to operate, but that may be missing certain features and functions like dual channel watch, CTCSS or DCS, things like that, but is easy to operate, button for this, button for that, scan, and that's it. This is GMRS radio, so less than 25 channels to play with here. And you could probably narrow that down to, maybe 3 or 4 buttons, which this radio has. However, it does look like it has some menus, and we'll get into that. So it does have some stuff to set up. If you're going to use this with a repeater, obviously you need to have all that. That being said, you can get a lot of GMRS walkie-talkies that are just on-off volume and squelch and channel up and down. And I kind of prefer that style personally to ones that are complex. That being said, it is nice, especially if you live in an area that GMRS is popular, that you have a GMRS repeater in the area, to be able to access that information, to get in there with the proper tones and be able to talk on the repeater channels. So pretty cool. All right, let me go ahead and pause the camera and I'll get this thing set up. I'm curious. It's been a long time since I really played actively with GMRS. I got into it really big about, gosh, probably been 7-8 years ago. It was a couple years after I moved up here, and I bought a bunch of GMRS gear hoping that it would really extend the range. You got a lot more wattage. The one I'm using here for my base is 40 watts. I was putting 15 watt units in the car. I was expecting to get incredible range. And what I found out was that CB beat it hands down every time. Now, a lot of that has to do, I think, with the terrain here, but it was kind of interesting. And then sadly, after investing all this time and effort getting all this stuff set up, was to find out that there's just nothing going on here in this area on GMRS. You get some local traffic from construction crews if you're in town. In town is 45 minutes from here. And you also get, in the wintertime, on the FRS channels, a ski slope, which is forever away from here. It's got to be 20 miles the way the crow flies. But it's also straight shot. I can see that mountain. And so kids will be up there talking to their parents about wanting to meet for lunch. And that's about the only time I pick up any traffic on FRS or GMRS up here. All right, enough of that. Let's do this. All right, first thing I want to show you with this before we even get started, nicely backlit keypad here on the mic. That is really nice. And here we have a whole bunch of menu stuff we can go through here. I'll turn the squelch down. We have power mode, we're gonna leave it on high. Compandor, we'll leave that off. Scramble, we'll leave that off. And we'll leave that off. Timeout talker, we'll leave that on. All right, so we have digital frequency shifting. Do we wanna shift the frequency for use with repeaters? TX frequency, what our step's gonna be. And then we're back to squelch, we'll get out of that. All right, so back at the main screen here, we can either change frequencies, or if I hit B, we can change the channels. I like to leave it on the channels. So it does pick up some weather channels.
Crossville, partly sunny, 76 degrees.
And then we're back down into the FRS and GMRS range. So it's nice that it includes the weather channels. I don't know that I like the fact that it includes them like this directly. It does, however, block you. You can't transmit on those, so it's just an interesting way for them to do that. All right, let's get back into the functions here. If I go down here, we got CTCSS/DCS stuff. I'm not going to get into that, but if you're into two-way conversations, like 2-meter and 440 type conversations, it's now possible on GMRS to have that set up that way. In fact, even CB has gone that way now. I'm not sure why on CB. People are interested in it though, so good for you guys. All right, so and then we have setup here. Let's get into that. And work mode, do we want it to be in channel? And we do. And then we have name display. Yeah, we can turn that on or off. We can edit the name, so we can change that. What channel is it? Or do we want to change that to Joe and Mike's repeater, right? So we have that option as well. Delete channel, like I'm probably going to get rid of all but the one local weather channel because it's just kind of in the way for me. And then we have scan. We can add or remove channels there. And then we have primary scan as well, and scan resume. Do we want it to resume after the carrier is lost or after a set amount of time? And then we have reset. And then we have power mode, APO, and language, lamp control, key lock, denoise, that's like noise blanker, mic in hand, and we have tone control, keytones. I want that off. Now we don't have that stupid beeping anymore. We have a Vox delay, Vox gain, Double watch so you can listen to two channels at once or scan back and forth rapidly between those two. AB switch is set to auto right now. Home channel, oh, you can pick your home channel. I wish I had one for GMRS. We'll leave that be. Roger beep. Oh my gosh. We'll go with that. And then we're back to the start. Awesome. Let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Let's take a look at this button. We can change again between frequencies. And if I wanted to go back up to A, I believe we can do the same. There we go. And I'll leave both at that so we can switch between the channels. Right? Makes it a little easier for me anyway. Then we have monitor. You press and hold that. You're going to override your squelch and just be listening. And then you have your exit and your menu buttons as well down here. And then if you press and hold, you can hit lock, and that will stop everything from happening. Well, I'll be. Somebody out there I can hear. That is the first time.
I'm in Chucky, so this radio is about 39 watts from the last time we measured it. Just trying to get back in service over.
So I'm not able to hear the repeater.
Sound good on my
Yeah,
end.
can't hear any of the other half of the conversation.
5-watt mobile handheld.
And back to silence, my friends. Well, that was an interesting treat. I'll have to remember that channel 29 actually had some activity on it. I'm not sure what repeater they're talking about, but I'll have to do some research. Maybe somebody's added a repeater. Clearly, I only heard half that conversation, and I wasn't quite sure if that was going over a repeater. I don't think it was, but who knows? Can't tell. Yeah. Well, I guess that'll do it, my friends. The Abbree AR-8118. Is it the easiest GMRS radio I've ever reviewed or used? No. Is it the most complex? Thankfully not. If I'm going to ding this radio on anything, that's a little close to that. But if you want to have it super compact, I guess that's where you're at. But the volume there is a little close. Beyond that, I like the layout of the buttons. The channel identifier is very clear. You do have when you push to talk, you have a nice bar here that shows you signal strength. You can change easily using the A and B between the two channels. I like that. And I like that everything here is also available here, because honestly, this is a lot easier to use while driving down the road than that is by far. Cool. Well, until next time, my friends, take care.